Sup? How's everybody doing today? I'm doing good, man. Wednesday. Yeah. All right. So, what's up, everybody? All right, chill. So, bros, it's Wednesday today, and I did some prep, so we're here. Justin's getting a haircut. Nice, bro. And you failed the test. Nice, bro. Got 54. Yikes. What's up, Tenzin? Zaxon, what's up, man? Same thing with DJ Russo. Chill. So check this out. All right, chill. So here's a problem for you guys to chew on while we're waiting for everybody to get into the stream today. So what's up, everybody? It's the stress. Yeah, bro. So I know we're starting with an interesting system of equations. Let me get some different tracks on, actually, rather than this. There we go. A little bit less intense. So this is a system of equations. We've been dealing with systems of system blah blah blah. I'm here. We've been dealing with system of equations. I've just been calling them age games, because in the SHSAT, that's generally how they kind of frame them, as age games. But on the SAT, they don't care. So they'll give you something like this. And keep in mind, this is like a very complicated problem. This isn't a layup by any means, but something you guys should be aware of how to do. So I'll leave this up for 3 minutes, and we'll talk about it. Yeah, this is definitely grammar week, and we will be doing grammar later today. I have some questions that I'm going to be pushing your way, but this question was sent to me before the stream. Venna actually sent this question to me. So, interestingly enough, it's a hard one, and it's good to warm up our brains with something, and then we'll jump right into grammar. So that's a good question. On this question, I want you to solve for X, Y, and Z. I want to know what each, yeah, exactly, Tenzin. Okay, that's 1.5 minutes. And if you're going as fast as possible, this problem probably takes like 2 minutes. A little bit harder because you can't just throw in numbers, it's like you have to be a little sneaky, but it's solvable, because if you have 3 variables, you're going to need 3 equations to solve it. So that's what we have. Yeah, this is hard for sure. I always like when people, yeah, do it while you're getting a haircut, Hong. Yeah, go get some pape, dude. And I'm just going to show you how to do these, and then maybe we'll do one like this at the end to wrap it up. But this really wouldn't be in... I guess I should have done this. I'm only in algebra. Bro, this is algebra. But I can't get paper right now? I know, I was just kidding, dude. You're getting your haircut. You focus on getting your haircut, my guy. Make sure you're looking fresh. That's the most important thing. Okay, so that was 3 minutes, just in case anybody wanted to try to grind through it in 3 minutes. That's the length of time. So let me cut these tracks. Goodbye. And yeah, let me go over this. So like I said, oh, it does, really? Yeah, I don't know. I think it's just, it turns it into the YouTube version of the emoji or whatever. All right, so let me show you guys how to do this, and then we will move on to grammar, because I do have grammar prepped. I planned on doing all grammar today, but this question was just sent to me right before the chat. And I don't even see Venna, which is crazy. But she'll be able to watch this later. All right, so check this out. We need to be able to break down our equations to start getting rid of variables, because obviously we're not going to be solving it if there's 3 variables. There's too many answers that could be. So, okay, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take this line right here, and I'm going to take this line right here, and I'm going to add them to each other. So I'm going to do that right over here. X minus 2y plus 3z equals 7, and negative 3x plus 2y plus a negative 2z, I don't know why I keep doing that, equals negative 10. So yes, you can add, math together. So if I have 5 plus 1 equals 6, and if I have 1 plus 1 equals 2, two correct lines of math, I can add them together, and I'll get 8, 2, 6 plus 2 equals 8. Yeah, 8 equals 8. So if you have 2 equations that are equal, and as long as they're good equations, you can definitely add them to each other, and it's all good to go, because there should be balance, right? It's like if you add a perfectly balanced item to the middle of the boat, it's not going to rock it either direction. So she has a concert. Oh yeah, that's right. Forgot about that. So we're going to go ahead and add these up. We're going to get negative 3 here. 3 plus a negative 2 is a positive z. And then these negative 2y and this 2y cancel out, and we get negative 2x plus positive z equals 3. So that's our first equation that we're going to need. Then we're going to need a second equation. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this second equation here, and we need to add them up again. So we're going to add, let me back this up. We're actually going to add 2 more equations together, because notice how we knocked out the y here. We're going to do that again and knock out the y again. And so in order to do this, I'm going to multiply this like middle equation here by negative 2. So I have 2x plus y plus z equals 4. I'm going to multiply the whole thing by negative 2, and you can do that because I'm multiplying the left and the right side of the problem by negative 2. You get negative 4x minus 2y plus a negative 2z, I don't know why I keep doing that, and equals a negative 8. Okay, chill. So you can definitely see that's a negative 8. All right, cool. So now I'm going to add it to this third line right up in here. So we have negative 3x plus 2y plus a negative 2z equals negative 10. And so what we're going to get is negative 7x minus 4z equals negative 18. Okay, so now we have 2 equations. We have this equation right here that looks really good, and we have this equation right here that looks really good. And both equations only have an x and a y in them, or I'm sorry, a z and a x in them. So we have 2 variables, 2 equations. Now we can solve. So I'm going to solve this guy for z right here, and in this equation, z equals 2x minus 3. So now that I know what z equals, I can plug it into this equation. So negative 7x minus 4 times the quantity of 2x minus 3, which is the same thing as z. So now I have my equation, and now I've gone from 3 equations, 3 variables, to 1 equation with 1 variable, and so now I just need to solve for x. Minus 12 from each side, collect like terms. X equals positive 2. Chill? So we have our x value. We can plug that x value back into this equation right here. So 4 minus 3 equals z, because we plug in our value for 2 for x. And so z itself equals 1. So we know z equals 1, x equals 2. So now we can plug that back into these equations here. So there'd be 4 plus 1. So that's 5 plus y equals 4. Y equals negative 1. So we know that y equals negative 1. All right, so that's how this one goes down, just as a warm-up problem. I noticed nobody said anything throughout all of it. Let me see if anybody's still watching. Okay, people are still watching. All right, so that's how this problem works. I know it's very complicated, and there's a lot of adding equations, but just to give you kind of a brief overview of what I did was, out of the 3 equations, I picked 2, and I added them together to get rid of a variable. And then I picked 2 different equations and adjusted it so I can add them together to get rid of a variable. And then I have my 2 equations with 2 variables, and that's a classic H game that we can solve in our sleep. So yeah, that's how that works out. So Russo sees the light. I'm proud. But yeah, that's how these crazy systems of equations work. So yeah. All right. So I mentioned yesterday that I did not do a very good job. I was just all over the place yesterday with the way that I presented the grammar section. Me and my friends cheated in Kahoot, and one of them got a Kit Kat. Yeah, there's not much I can say to that. I mean, if you cheat and don't get caught, and not only do you not get caught, but you get a prize out of it, shame on you, obviously, but enjoy your Kit Kat. Hopefully they shared it with you. Okay, so let's go into the. I feel like that last problem dropped the audience down by a third. So let's go into the writing that I wanted to talk about today, and the most specific thing is this guy right here. Oh, not the whole thing. No. Hold on. Sorry about that. Yeah, it's this guy right here. All right, chill. So this is the list, bros. This is the list for 40% of the questions that are on the grammar section. And I want to go through each of these kind of quickly, but it's extremely important that you are able to identify which problem you're talking about when you see a question on the grammar section. Okay, so I'm going to write out some examples of different kind of questions that have these kind of topics inside of them. So let's see. Oh, that's okay, Crunchy. Yeah, do your thing, bro. Triggering. Yeah. Okay, so we'll talk about them. We will definitely talk about them. But to start, I want to kind of go over some things just in a rudimentary way with you guys. So the first topic that I want to go over is verb tense. And dudes, like I said, this list is super, super important. I'm not playing around. I used to get so frustrated in school when I'd have to learn things that are not relevant. Bro, if you take the SAT, you will be so thankful to know this information, because you will crush your grammar section. Okay, this is it, bro. This is it. All right, so verb tense, when we talk about verb tense, most people kind of understand what that is instinctively. You know what I mean? What's up, Muster? So an example of verb tense would be John swims in the morning, in the afternoon. I don't know. He ran a mile. All right, so looking at this passage, he likes that. All right, so looking at this passage, there's a couple verbs in it. Let me get rid of this. There's a couple verbs in it, and so we need to make sure that the verb, or at least that the yeah, yeah, exactly, dude, you've returned. It's so good to have you back. Mustard is a definitely an OG at this point. So looking at this passage, if they were to underline, for example, this guy right here, and they just underline it, and they're like, all right, so what's the problem with ran? Is that correct? You just have to think to yourself, all right, so we're dealing with verbs. There are three things that can be wrong with verbs. The tense is wrong, the number is wrong, or the parallelism. This is an example of bad tense because obviously everything's in the present tense except for the guy at the end, right? Here's an example of matching the number. Hold on. Why you always use swim? I don't know. Chill. So if they give you a sentence like this and swims is underlined, why that verb is wrong, maybe it's okay to be in the present tense. Maybe the whole point of it is that we're in the present tense. But it doesn't match the noun that it should belong to. That swims needs to match like he swims. John and Rick swim. And it's kind of confusing because the singular verb with like John swims ends with an S. The singular verb ends with an S. John swims, she swims, Rick swims, right? They all end in an S, but it's singular verb. And so that's why this second sentence is wrong. You found Baldo. What's up? Tejas is here too. And ate a dog shoe. Nice. Yeah. So here's the third thing that can be wrong with verbs. Um, uh, chill. All right. So they would give you a sentence like this, and they'd underline the word look, and they would expect for you to be able to fix it, right? Bread the thing, right? All right. See you, Tejas. So this is the extent of what you need to learn for verb tense, bros. Like I've given you the secret sauce. Like I don't know, man. I mean, people pay good money for this information, and I'm giving it to you just because you're here. Um, got like 7 people in the class. That's funny. All right, so this is it for verbs. Verb tense, it's going to be one of these things. The tense is going to be wrong, the number is going to be wrong, or the parallelism is going to be wrong. What does that mean about parallelism? Parallelism, swimming, jumping, and to look. No, 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 no. It should be swimming, jumping, and looking through her telescope. That's the kind of the vibe that we need to be on. You're stuck on math problems? Bruh. Okay, cool. So that's that. So the next thing that we're going to look at is pronoun. We need to match the number. It cannot be vague, and it has to be a subject versus object. That needs to be correct. So matching the number is easy. All right. So I mean, very obviously, let's just say, great. So no, let's change Rick and yeah. No. Rick and I don't know. Let's just actually change it to this. All right, cool. The guys look like monsters. He went to the party looking like that. This he is incorrect because it doesn't match the noun. The noun is the guys. So that he is incorrect. That's not matching the number. So that's what we need to do. The second thing is obviously vagueness, right? All right, chill. So here's the second one. Joe and Stevens are friends. He's an alien, though. Who's the he? This is our problem because it's singular. We don't know if that he refers to Joe. We don't know if that he refers to Steven. This is what's considered vague. And the last thing that they'll try to do to you, if you notice that they're testing pronouns, is this type of thing. Um, uh, all right, chill. So then they would do something like this. Um, So we see that the he is underlined. We see that it's a pronoun. We know that the number is right because he and Sam. We know it is not vague because there's no other noun that he could go to other than Sam. So what's problem? What's the problem with this one? The problem with this one is object versus subject, right? The he is not doing the verb. It looked is the sentence, right? So I really could rewrite this if I wanted to, like this, just to make it even more clear. Chill. So now it's even more clear what it is because this he is the object of the sentence. A quick way that you can figure out if a pronoun needs to be the subject or if a pronoun needs to be the object of a sentence, put the word I or put the word me in there and just kind of feel out which one is more correct. Now, that's not a perfect way to do it. The perfect way to do it is to look at the sentence structure and to find your object there, your indirect object there. But if you were in a rush, sample in the word me, sample in the word I, and check it out. So Sam was sure it looked like a traffic jam to me. That sounds right. Sam was sure it looked like a traffic jam to I. That's probably not right. So this he needs to be a him, and that would correct what's going on with that. So that is what is completely necessary for pronouns. Just those three things. If you can nail those three things, then you're going to be looking really, really good. What's up, Shot? We're trudging through grammar. I don't know. Do you guys not like this? I'm noticing that like the watchers are like dropping like flies. If you think this is kind of boring, I can go straight into the questions if you guys already know this information. But I'm trying to be as comprehensive as possible when I'm making these vids. So let's go on to the next section if nobody has any objections with that. Um, that's okay, Shot. You're good, bro. Okay, so let's go to the next thing, which is transitions. We talked about this yesterday, so I'm not as concerned about it. But just keep in mind that there are contracting or contradicting, there are logical connections, and there are additive connections. The logical connections and the additive connections can sometimes be, confused for each other. But just try to be as clear as possible about the connection between those two, and you should be good to go. Yeah, it's good. All right, so then the last thing we should probably talk about, because punctuation is just so vast that it just deserves its own video. I mean, the amount of things that you need to be aware of for punctuation it's pretty massive. So I didn't include it in this list. But we do have some. Oh, what's up, April? We do have some word choice kind of issues here. The first issue with word choice is redundancy. And what redundancy looks like is like something like this. So check this out. Yeah. Maybe actually, that's a pretty solid theory, Crunchy. So let's look at redundancy. It's like something like this. Okay, so I don't know how to spell apparent, apparently. So this is what's considered redundant, or this is what's considered redundancy, is a sentence like this. The overt obvious, apparent mistake in the reading. Overt, obvious, and apparent all mean the same thing. So you'd actually want to get rid of two of those words so that you're not repeating the same concept 3 times in a row. So that's the first, that's redundancy for you. The second one, parallelism, very similar to the parallelism to the verb. You can say, um, okay, so this is an example of bad parallelism in just a reggy sentence, right? Um, so I put the food in the bucket, on the grill, and fridge. So the pattern that we're establishing is preposition, noun, in the bucket, on the grill. And so to continue the parallelism of that list, we would need in the fridge to finish that one out. So that is redundancy. Then the next thing that we have to talk about is a misplaced modifier. These are super easy. It's just, I've given you this, like this one sentence like a million times. Um, um, All right, so this is an example of a misplaced modifier. We have this modifier filling with papers, and it seems to describe Jake. Jake is the next noun over. So because of that, we know that Jake isn't filling with papers. We know that the desk is filling with papers. So we could say Jake did his studying on the desk, filling it with papers. So yeah, that's an example of a misplaced modifier. The second to last thing that we need to talk about is faulty comparisons. These are kind of whack. I gotta say, these are very difficult to understand. Um, all right, so this is an example of a faulty comparison. Okay, this is a kind of a difficult topic. I got to just be straight up. So we have to look, whenever you see the word than in a sentence, you need to be perked up for faulty comparisons. So Yale's English department, what are we comparing it to? Harvard, the college in general. So actually, I actually think that that would work, kind of work. Let me just make it really, really obvious. Um, Something like that. Um, so Yale's English department is harder than Shakespeare. What do you mean Shakespeare? Like Shakespeare's like house, his what? So you can't compare the English department to a person. You'd have to say Yale's English department is harder than learning Shakespeare's writings or something like that, so that the comparison isn't faulty like it is currently. And then the last thing that we need to talk about is idioms. Most people kind of know these instinctually, so this will be pretty quick. You would never say on the end, I won the war, right? You would never say on the end, I won the war. Like a common phrase that uses prepositions mostly is considered an idiom. And so you don't say on the end, you say in the end. And so that's why that beginning of the sentence would be an incorrect idiom. All right, bros. If you stuck me through that, you are a warrior. You are absolutely a warrior if you stuck with me through that. But honestly, bro, I just gave you like 30% of the grammar section on the SAT. So just be aware that's what you're messing with now. That's what you've got in your back pocket. Okay, cool. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to pull this list back up. Where is it? Boom. So it's right there. We can see all the things that a question could potentially be. Now, I do need to be full disclosure really quick. I do need to be full disclosure. 40% of your questions are not this. There are a certain amount of questions that are kind of like ask you things, that ask you a question. They go, sentence 3 would best be place, or which detail can we add to support the examples given in the passage, or what would be a better concluding paragraph, sentence, or whatever. So just keep in mind that what you're looking at in this list is about 60 to 70% of the English section. So yeah, sorry. I know that was a little fast. Sorry, Tenzin. That's really fast, but I just wanted you guys to see it all. I wanted you to get a perspective of it from a bird's eye view. We are not going to be, I'm not worried about underneath the verbs 1, 2, 3, underneath word choice 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm not worried about that at all. What I'm worried about is, hold on a second. Let me get my thing up. Okay. What I'm worried about is your ability to recognize which of these columns your problem falls under. Because if you can recognize which of the columns your problem falls under, we'll keep working on these. And at least to me now, if I see that the pronoun is the problem, I'm like looking at the number, looking at the vagueness, and looking at subject versus object. That's it. And if I do those 3 things, and I'm good about those 3 things, I know that I got the question right 100% guaranteed. Same thing with transitions. Transition question. Okay, is it contradictory? Is it logical? Or is it additive? That's it. That's all I have to answer. But if you don't know what they're testing, and you're like, wait a minute, is this redundancy? Is this idioms? Wait, is this a pronoun thing? Or no, is this a verb thing? BTFO. Good for you, Tenzin. You stay strong, bro. So all we're working on today, bros, I know that was quick, but the only thing we're working on today is, can you categorize? Can you look at a question and can you tell me, is it a verb question? Is it a pronoun question? Is it a transition question? Is it a word choice question? Or is it a punctuation question? If you can do that, if you can categorize your grammar questions into one of those 5 piles, you're going to get a crazy good score on your grammar section. So what's BTFO? Blown the freak out? So don't get blown out. Like, you know what I'm saying? Don't get destroyed. Okay, so I'm gonna give you guys like 2 seconds. Just look at this list: verb, pronoun, transition, word choice, punctuation. Okay, those are 5 columns. I'm not even gonna let you see the 1, 2, 3s. I just want to see these, right? Okay, so I'm gonna go through a couple questions here. I want you guys in the chat to tell me which category these questions fall under. And one thing you'll notice is I'm not going to show you the text. All I'm showing you guys are answer choices. And keep this in mind when you're doing the grammar section. Don't look at the text. The first thing you do is look at your answer choice, and that will tell you everything that you need to know. Because if I need to look for punctuation, I'm breaking down the text for sentence structure. If I need to look for transition, I'm breaking down the text for positive, negative, contradicting, If I know it's pronoun, I'm breaking down the text to look at the nouns. So it's super important that you know what to look for before you do that. Got to keep it family friendly. Yes, that's right, Russo. This is a family friendly Christian channel. There's no reason YouTube would come and slap me down with COPPA. There's no reason because everything's still legit. So with no further ado, we are going to be going into this. Here is your first question. So guys, I want you guys to tell me which category this falls under. That's all I want you guys to do. Just tell me which major category this question is going to fall under. What concepts do you think are going to be tested? So go ahead and throw your answer into the chat when you think you know what it is. And we're going to be doing a bunch of these. Generally, you want to be able to identify and categorize a grammar question in under 10 to 20 seconds. So try to be as quick as possible. Ask yourself, what is the literal differences between the answer choices, right? What category would this be in? What are they changing in the answer choice each time? Tenzin, my guy. That's exactly it. This is a punctuation question. Notice how the punctuation is changing. Muster, yes. Love when my chat is smart. Crunchy, yes. Nice, nice, nice. Good. Good, bros. Good. Okay. Punctuation, Russo. Sorry. Great. All right, cool. Guys, this is all you have to do today. Number 2. What's being tested in here? What is being tested in the second one? I'm gonna put some music on the back just because it sounds a little quiet up in here. Okay, so we got word choice. Ooh, we got transition. Transition. Yep, exactly. So if you guys know that you're dealing with a transition problem, because this is a transition problem, bros, all you need to check is contradicting, logical, or additive, and then you're done. That's all you have to look for. Guys, you only get like 40 seconds a question, so you gotta be like on it. What were the choices? The choices are verb, pronoun, transition, word choice, or punctuation. There's 5 choices for each one. So yeah, let's keep going. Next one. Cool. Number 3, what is being tested here? And yeah, it's good to know, because if you were to think it was word choice and you're looking for redundancies, you're looking for parallelism, you're looking for misplaced modifiers, that's so many things to look at, and none of those things are what the question's asking. So it's super important to be able to just zero in on what you need to be looking at in the question. All right, so number 3, what do you guys got for this one? You got a Honey Mr. Beast ad? That's hilarious. What's up, Brian? What we're doing is diagnosing questions. Pronoun, yes. Pronoun, yes. Exactly. So what we're doing is diagnosing questions. You'll see on the side here, we have verbs, pronouns, transitions, word choice, and punctuation. All of these questions, all you get to see is the answer choice, and you have to tell me which category the question falls under. So yeah, pronoun. Yep, this is a pronoun question. We need to ask ourselves, if this is ownership of the pronoun or what they're trying to get across using this. What's the next one? Number 4, what category does this go? How does Tenzin type so fast? I don't know, man. 300 IQ. He doesn't even type. There's no interface between Tenzin and the computer. There's no interface. He thinks it, he sends his energy to the iPad, and the iPad creates the words. All right, bros. So what is being tested in this question? What? Yeah. What is being tested in this question? What category does this question fall under? And if you can get good at this, bros, this is the building blocks, guys. I'm telling you. All right. Yes. Keep it coming, bro. Great. Cool. Next one. Cinco? Yeah, everybody's got it. Verb. Perfect. All right, I got to move this a little bit. Great. So, what about this one? Hard one. Hard one, for sure. I wish I could play guitar. Boom, 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 boom. Good. Yes. Great. So, because it's word choice, it can be one of 5 things. Let's do this one together, because we can do this one together without looking at the answer choices. It's not A. Obviously, it's not A. So let's look at it. What can word choice be? Word choice can be redundancy, which means you repeat yourself, parallelism, which means all the verbs and phrases need to match, misplaced modifier, faulty comparisons, which mean comparing two incompatible things, or idioms. What is the mistake with this one, probably? What do you guys think is, and as far as word choice goes, what do you think is going to be the problem out of these 5 options? Just looking at the answer choices here. What do you think is going to be tested? Do Do you guys know? Yeah, I'm not a very good dancer. I like dancing, but I'm just not very good at it. So yeah, what do you guys think? Out of word choice, this is redundancy. I didn't see the answer, but this is redundancy. Exceptional and outstanding. Those words both mean the same thing. So why would you need the word exceptional and need the word outstanding? You're saying the same thing twice. So this, under word choice, would be a redundancy question. Okay? So rather than having to look through all of these potential kind of things, verbs, pronouns, transitions, and all of their sub things, we know that since the words are changing and these words aren't verbs and they're not pronouns and they're not transition words, that it's word choice. And word choice can be one of 5 things. This one happens to be redundancy. So D would be the right answer for this guy. Depending on no change. All right, so here's an example. I wanted to put these just so that you guys had it. Here's an example. Oh, it doesn't even fit. Bruh, hold on. Why doesn't it fit? Am I too zoomed in? Hold on, time out. So this is an example. Oh wow, this is, the font, I made the font bigger, that's why. Whatever. So this is an example of a question, one that you don't need to categorize. I just threw it in there just so that you guys could get an example seeing it. Not all grammar questions just have options. Some of them are like this, but for this, you just follow the directions. And in this one, they just say, give me an example. All right, so number 7, what category does this fall under? Here are your options. What category does this question fall under? Oh, dude, we got 11 people on the stream. Blowing up. Guys, what do I need to do to get more followers, more subscribers? What do I got to do, you know? I'd prefer math. Yeah, well, you got to do it, bro. It's like you got to take your medicine, you know what I mean? If this was just an all math channel, then people would be getting bad grades. Pronoun. Yes. That's what's up. All right, cool. So this is a pronoun question. Very nice. All right, number 8. We're gonna go through these quick. I got a bunch of these for you guys. All right, wait. There we go. Number 8. Which category is this in? Buy ads? Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I need to get to trending. I just need to get on the trending list. Transition. Great. Good. Okay. Good job, guys. Yep. Transitions. Lovely. Perfect. Next. What about this guy right here? What is it testing? DJ Rosso just wrote Ishians. Oh, that's funny. You were continuing your answer. Okay. Got word choice up in here. Word choice, okay. Anybody else? Word choice. Word choice. Dude, I'm impressed. So I thought somebody would put verb on this one, but you guys are all right. It's word choice. And chances are this would be a parallelism problem. You know, the iPad, you know, it's like the Wild West, bro, where they had to like draw a gun really fast. That's like Tenzin. He'd be perfect back then. Yeah, so a lot of people would think that this could be potentially verb test, but notice that this is using adverbs and nouns, and adjectives. So that's why it's not in the family of verbs, because it's more of an adjective than a verb. Okay, so you guys have graduated. You've graduated. Now I'm going to show you examples of questions where two concepts are in the answer. So very often they will give you a bunch of answer choices, and it won't just be punctuation, it won't just be verbs, it'll be verbs and punctuation, and you have to get both concepts right. If you only get one right and you get the other one wrong, then you could be in a problem. So you need to identify which concepts are in play. Now there are potentially more than one. Oh, should I take away the list? What do you guys think? Vote 1 for me to take away the list, and vote 2 to keep the list up for these last 10 questions. 1 to get rid of the list, 1 to get rid of the list, I think is what I said, but that's what it is now. So put 1 in the chat to get rid of the list, put 2 in the chat to keep the list, and we'll see. You're still on kindergarten level English. So Muster wants to get rid of the list. Tenzin wants to get rid of the list. We can get rid of it. It's only 5 things, guys. It's not that crazy. Russo, Henry doesn't understand. Henry constantly gives wrong answers. Sorry also doesn't seem to understand the binary voting nature of this, but the tribe has spoken. The list is gone. It's gone, bros. So I love that, by the way. I gotta say, my chat does not back down from a challenge. I swear, man. This is the smartest chat on YouTube. Okay? Oh, man. Okay, cool. So let's get into it. Oh, I have 2 9s? Okay, here we go. So actually, this only has one problem with it, obviously. Thanos Tings. Yeah, so this obviously only has one problem in it. You guys know what this one is. What were they? Ooh, too late, Muster. So I'll show you the list one more time because I had 2 number 9s because I'm so giving with my problems. So here's the list for the last number 9. I think most people can kind of recognize this. Yeah, Muster is a punctuation problem. Okay. All right. Hold on. All right, bros. We are getting into the gauntlet. There's going to be multiple problems with these questions. Where's the list? Where's the list? Can I see the list? No, you can't. Okay? The list is gone. Rest in peace, list. Tenzin, you voted to get rid of the list, bro. You're not too dumb. You're too smart for the list. The list is dragging you down. You don't need it anymore. Fly free, bro. Fly free. Okay, so let's get into these questions. I want to know which concepts are present. There probably will be more than one, but I'm not going to tell you which concepts are present, okay? Your job is to limit down this list. Last chance to look at it really quick. Here's the list, okay? Last chance to look at it. These are the categories. All right, chill. So let's get into it. What are the issues, or what is being tested in this? What is being tested in this? You hear boss music because the boss is approaching. How fast can you write a 5-paragraph essay? Really, really fast, bro. I can whip that out in like less than 30 minutes for sure. Okay, so Muster only has one idea. There's going to be more. The quality suddenly became 144p. That's really rough. So punctuation, yeah, I think everybody can see that there is a change in punctuation, but is there anything else? Is there anything else present? That's the question. Because I said there might be more than one topic present here, and you got to make sure both topics are right when you do a question. You can't just say, oh, I'll take one topic and do that. I mean, many people do that, but to make sure that you can lock it down. So yeah, there's punctuation in here. What else? Shad's got it. Sari's got it. Yep. What else? And the best way to find this out is to ask yourself, and I hate this word, but ask yourself, what is literally just the difference between the answer choices, right? So most people from the rip can pick out, oh, it goes from a comma to a dash to a period. Exactly, Tenzin. Yeah. So this question, yep, exactly, Russo. Because not only is this question testing your ability to get the correct punctuation, but it's testing your ability to figure out the right word. And specifically in word choice, this would be idioms. So you wouldn't say of top of that, you'd say on top of that. Like you're getting a great deal, and on top of that, you're going to get a discount. You wouldn't say you're getting a great deal of top of that, right? That is an incorrect idiom, right? So the issues with this question are they're going to be asking you about punctuation, and they're going to be asking you about word choice. Next. Okay. What is being tested in this question? Yeah, there's going to be more than one. There's going to be more than one problem. Not misplaced modifier, no. Where's my music? It got really quiet. Dude, Infernus. Shout out to Infernus. Bruh. My chat died. What's up, guys? Just give me a couple seconds. Yeah, my computer it couldn't handle the stream. So we're back. No, it's not your you did nothing wrong, my guy. You're good to go. So let me just get my chat open again. I've had some technical difficulties. Thanks for sticking around. Man, one of these days, bros, I'm gonna get myself a real computer. Oh my god, oh my god. I'm getting ads on my own video. What a time to be alive. I have returned. Yes. Yeah, the chat did go down a little bit. I know. But, I mean, what are you going to do? You know, your computer freezes on you, makes me look bad. I know you guys are used to top professional quality, and I couldn't give it to you today, unfortunately. Okay. See, I get this phone back going. All right, that's chill. Let's see, chat. All right. Okay. Yeah, I know, sorry. It could handle 50 to 100 people, but these 10 big brain people could not handle it. Thanks, Henry. Shout out to Henry for always giving finest quality answers to the finest quality stream on YouTube. You know, I get a lot of compliments. People go, hey, you're just a tutor. How can your stream be so professional? Well, partly it's my chat being cold blood killers when it comes to these problems. Part of it is just signed up for AMC. Chill, man. Yep, that's exactly it. Yep, in fairness, that's sadly very true. Very, very true in fairness. I'm just going back and reading all of the chat. Okay, so, alright bros, there's just a little bit left that I wanted to go over with you guys. I can't even... Okay, here it is. So we just have a little bit more to go over, and then we can talk about whatever afterwards. But I do want to get through these because I spent time making them for you guys. So we're gonna do it, okay? So for this one, I'll give you guys the answer for this one. This one is testing pronouns and it's testing verb tense. No, we're not done yet. We're gonna keep grinding. So, or at least I'm gonna keep grinding. Because the she changes to Sophie, so it could be a vague pronoun, and remember and remembers are both in the mix, so it could potentially be a verb issue, and probably is a verb issue. All right, chill. Number 12. What is the problem with this? What are the concepts that are being tested in this problem? Okay, yeah, we got some transitions in here for sure. Sorry. What else we got going on, though? What else is going on, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Remember, some of these questions have more than one problem in them. Yep. The government stole your internet too? Yeah, bro, I know the feeling. Transitions and punctuation? Yes. Okay, great. So it is a punctuation problem. How do we know that? Because the parentheses on arrows. Are we talking about multiple arrows, or are we talking about the quality of the arrows? So, yeah. Intense sipping, yeah, that's how I feel all the time. So yeah, this is a transition and a punctuation problem. All right, chill, couple more and you'll get faster at doing these, bros. Once you get, oh, this is an example of just like a this is an example of just like an actual question that they may ask you. I just wanted to include this. So this is what it looks like. Let me get this in front of everything so you can see it. All right, I guess it doesn't really matter, whatever. But yeah, we're gonna scoot on. I thought we'd have more time, so I was gonna go into what these questions entail, but not really worth it. Okay, next one, number 14 here. What is the answer? Or what is the answer for the category that this question is going to be asking about? Yep. Yeah, sorry, you're good at finding one of them, but I need both of them. What's up, Havix? Hi, bye to you too, guy. And verb, okay. So my question to you is, where is the verb? We have traveling, traveling, and traveling. Obviously, punctuation is going to be one of them, but I don't see any verbs. So we don't have to look at verb tense. We don't need to see if it's in the present, past, or future tense. None of that. This is word choice, because notice over, under, so the word changes. That word is not a pronoun, that word is not a verb, that word is not a transition word. So word choice. This is word choice and punctuation. It's probably an idiom or something like that. Next one, number 15. Okay, what's the answer to this guy? What yeah, and word choice, exactly, muster, right. The sipping intensifies, yes it does. Yeah. Okay, so just like 5 more, guys. What is being tested? What 2 concepts or more are being tested in this problem? And I want both concepts in the same comment, you know what I mean? Yeah, imagine not saying word choice. Yes, okay, so Tenzin has half of the answers. I need the full deal. I need the full deal in one comment, okay? So Zach has it in 2 comments, pronoun and verb, right? Great, yeah, exactly. So we're dealing with the pronoun and we're dealing with the verb tense. Very good, very, very good. All right, next one. Number 16. What concepts are being tested in this guy? Yeah, pronoun and verb, exactly, Russo. So what concepts are being tested in this guy? Tell me all of them. Pronoun and verb, perfect, yeah. Hit me with 16. This one's tough, I will say that. Yeah, Mustard, that is true. They do come in like, I think it's like 20 seconds, and then I respond, and then that takes 20 seconds to get to you. So by the time you write a comment, you have to wait like almost a minute for me to see it and respond. It's like fireworks. Okay, so we have punctuation and transition, punctuation and transition, transition by itself. All right, bros. So to identify what the let me just get this filler beat coming in. Where is it? Okay, so a lot of people are saying transition, but remember how I said you should do this. Ask yourself, what is the difference between the answer choices? I noticed this has however. I want to let me highlight. This has however, this has however, and this has however. So the transition word is there, but it's not changing. So that means that they're not testing transition words. Even though there is a transition word, there's no difference in the answer choice. So no matter what, however is our transition word. So this is not testing transition words. It is testing punctuation. Yeah, you guys noticed it went from comma to semicolon to period. But ask yourself, I guess I could complete this. Ask yourself, what is the literal difference between the answer choices, bro? Yes, that's exactly it, Infernus. You're cracking me up today. Yeah, that's it. That's exactly it. One day you're going to be smarter than me. I can't wait. You have failed this country. Yes, you have. So, guys, look at it. It goes from draft to draft to drafts. Bruh. It goes to drafts. So that suggests to us that we are going to have to deal with either word choice, but most likely we're going to be dealing with nouns, pronouns, word choice. But yeah, your brain collapse happens, my guy. 17. What is being tested? Yeah. Nice. Dude, 5-page essay? I thought it was 5 paragraphs. Yikes. You can do it, Infernus, I believe. You said word choice? Oh. Okay, but what about for this one? 17. What concepts are in here? Pronoun and word choice? Yeah. Verb tense and pronoun? Oh, wow. Hey, yo. Hey, yo, in case you didn't know, this is family friendly, bruh. We family friendly on this block. Yeah. All right, bros. So just ask yourself, what is the difference in the answer choices? The boys. Each sentence says the boys. The only difference is whether we use an apostrophe or not. So that's punctuation. What's the other difference in the actual answer choices? Swim, swim, swimming. Great. So we know that the only difference is the apostrophe and the tense on the verb to swim. So we're doing verb tense and we're doing punctuation. 18. What two concepts? And put both concepts in the same comment so I could see that you got both of them. Yeah, real. I don't know where Rusum is, man. Probably levitating somewhere. Dude, the quality keeps dropping. Bruh, that probably means we're gonna freeze again. We're probably gonna freeze. I don't know. It says I'm kicking out at 30 frames a second and at 720p. Punctuation and word choice. Okay. So what word choice are you talking about? The fact that one has the word yet in it? Ah, right. So just look, what is the differences? Punctuation and word choice. So where are you guys getting word choice from? What word is changing? Is that word a category? Punctuation and word choice. Punctuation and transition. Okay, so I can understand punctuation and transition, but guys, no one caught this. It goes from can. Why won't it let me highlight my bros? My computer is really having a rough time. It goes from can to could to can. That's a verb, guys, and the verb is changing from can to could to can. So yes, this is punctuation, but it's also verb choice. You could say transition, but this is a comma fanboy, and we all know that comma fanboys are a part of punctuation. Okay, so this is verb choice. Don't forget, guys, just look at the differences in answers. Just what words are changing. Okay, what type of word is that? Oh, that's a verb. Okay, we're dealing with verbs. What's changing? Oh, this now has a comma, this now has a semicolon. Punctuation. That's all you got to do, and then you can narrow down the field. Last one, or second to last one. I think we have two more. Yeah, two more. All right, bros. What's being tested? Comma fangirl. Where's she at? You looking for her in Furnace? I hope you find her. So guys, just look at the answer choices. What is just the difference between these answer choices? Transition in, I don't know. Yes, you do, bro. Just look at the differences in the answer choices. It's just like the game where you have two pictures and one of them has 5 differences. Just look, what are the differences? Punctuation and transition. Yes. Yes. That's exactly it, Russo. That's what's up. Punctuation and transition. Muster, yes. Shod, yes. Bros, if you can categorize this, you don't even need to look at the question. Because I don't need, if it's just going to be transition and punctuation, do I have to look at what tense this is written in? No. Okay. Do I need to look to see if the noun matches up? No. I mean, with the verb maybe, but no. There's no verbs. So I don't need to look at the noun. See you later. Okay, all I need to do is look at the relationship between sentences and break down the sentence for sentence structure. That's it, all right? Because the words are different, right? Yes, bruh. It cannot be word choice because yes, the words are different, but all of the words are transition words. In spite of this is a transition phrase. On the other hand, transition phrase. So what's being changed are transitions. Now, if you notice that words are being changed and it's adjectives, or it's just proper nouns, then you know you're in a word choice thing. Last one. Ooh, this is a big boy. Hold on. Wow, this is even still too big. Hold on. Whoops. Why won't it? All right, whatever. It'll be okay for now. Hold on. Let me just, bruh. All right, chill. So now we're all in there. What's being tested, guys? Put it all in one comment. What concepts are being tested here for this one? Just transition and word choice? Just verb tense and transition? Ooh. Just the verb tense and the transition? Verb tense and transition? Okay. I think that's almost everybody. I'll give it a couple more seconds just in case any. Verb, punctuation, word choice, and transition. Yeah. That's right. That's right, Muster. That's right, Russo. Verb tense, transition, word choice, punctuation. That is not correct. You're missing. You're missing. I can't wait. I can't wait to see who gets it all in one comment first. Because you have to remember it. I'm not going to show you guys the list. I'm not going to show it to you. You have to remember every single one. Pronoun. Yeah, Master. Pronoun, bro. Definitely. Verb tense, pronoun, transition, punctuation, and word choice. Yes. That is correct. Shout out to Tenzin, who's been an absolute beast today. I got to say. Tenzin has been an absolute beast today. Yeah, exactly, Henry. Yeah, exactly. Dude, copy paste on Tenzin. That's what's up. That was hard. Yeah. Pythagorean theorem, Infernus, that's really wrong. You go seek help. Dude, Tenzin. Nice, my guy. Nice. Really, really good job. So yeah, that is what's going on. We have our transition word to start it. We have word choice because is it effected or is it affected? That's a word choice issue. Then we have commas all over the place, so our punctuation is there. Lauren in B is referred to as she, so that could be a pronoun. And we have the verb to notice, and that's in all the different forms. So yeah, exactly, Crunchy. Yeah. So that's how this one is. Yeah, exactly, Infernus. GG Tenzin. So yeah, bros. That is the grammar, the beginning of the grammar. Okay. If you can nail this consistently, if you can categorize the grammar into its potential parts, remember, here are our categories. Once you have the category, it's only one of three things. That's exactly right, Shot. What a time to be alive, Shot. Yeah. Exactly, dude. So, guys, if you can categorize your problem into one of these 5 categories, you will be so set, bro. You will be so set. Because then it's easy. Then you just gotta check one of 3 things, and it's easy. Yeah. So, yeah, bros. That is the stream today. We aren't gonna get into any math. Sorry. It's not Christmas yet, bro. Maybe on the Christmas stream we'll do that. I don't know if I'm gonna stream during Christmas or not. Should I? I think it's a Thursday or something. That's a Wednesday. Can I include punctuation? Yeah, bro. Yeah. So with punctuation, the list is massive. I can pull up the list of things that could be tested. But basically with punctuation, it could either be You need to be looking for independent clauses, dependent clauses, prepositional phrases, long prepositional phrases, modifying phrases that are essential, modifying phrases that are non-essential, lists, colon placement, semicolon placement, dash placement. If you have two adjectives, the comma placement, sentence adjectives, and apostrophes. That's everything that it could be for punctuation. So, yeah. Cool, Crunchy. That's good, man. Thanks for rewatching, bro. So yeah, punctuation is pretty endless, so I don't want to get into punctuation right away. Oh, there's the math problem we started off with. So if you guys are looking for some math, here is a good math problem. I want to solve for X, Y, and Z. We started the stream with it, so yeah. I deserve a break. Thanks, Infernus. You do too. So I am going to get out of here. It's time for me to go, guys. What a time to be alive. Really good stream today, guys. We're going to continue pushing, but instead of saying, can you recognize, we're going to go into, once you've recognized it, how do you crush it? So that's going to be from now on, but keep in mind, this is going to be about 60% of your grammar section, which is half of your reading section. So 30% of your verbal score in the SAT is being able to identify grammar questions like what we just did. All right, bros. It's been great. What a time to be alive. But it's time for me to go. I gotta bounce. Yeah. See you guys tomorrow.